Stress is something that most, if not all of us, experience several times in our lives. It can consume us. Our problem as humans is to control this stress and get rid of it. This can seem impossible for some people. Stress can cause varied problems for a person's academic and social lives, their health, and can cause anxiety, sleeplessness, etc. Some causes for stress can be with teens and their academics, sports, work, lack of time, procrastination, and many other things we do in our lives.
So what's your name?
Toriano Simmons.
Andrea Roberts.
Chris.
Griffin Commercy.
My name's Harry.
I'm Eve Monahan.
Holly Downing.
Nathan Bassett.
Sam.
What grade are you in?
I'm a senior.
What classes are you taking right now?
I'm taking geometry, nutrition, personal fitness, capstone, entrepreneurship.
Which are the most stressful?
I would have to say capstone entrepreneurship.
You play any sports?
Yes,
What sport?
I'm doing indoor track in the winter.
Do you find that those add stress along with your classes in the past?
Sports?
Yeah.
I feel that they can because it's kind of a workload management kind of overload.
What grade are you in?
Senior.
What classes are you taking right now?
I have English for Intro to Clay, Psych Soc, and Capstone.
Which ones are the most stressful?
Capstone.
What grade are you in?
It's senior.
What classes are you taking right now?
I'm taking a photo 1, filmmaking 2, capstone and US Gov, and then I have free block.
Which are the most stressful?
US Gov and capstone.
Do you play any sports?
No, used to play lacrosse.
What grade are you in?
Senior.
What classes are you taking?
English. College writing. Pre-calc. And US Gov and economics.
Which are the most stressful?
College writing. Overall stressful.
Do you play any sports?
Play lacrosse.
Do you think that lacrosse adds any stress to your normal workload?
Not to my school life, but to my social life and working, yeah.
What grade are you in?
I am a senior.
What classes are you taking right now?
Right now I'm taking AP Gov, AP Physics, Applied Calc, and Capstone.
Which ones are the most stressful?
I'd have
If
to
not
say-
all of them.
Well, ignoring all of them, I'd have to say AP Physics.
You play any sports?
In the winter I ski.
Do they add any stress?
I'd say so, yeah.
What grade are you in?
I'm a sophomore.
What classes are you taking right now?
I'm taking French, geometry, English, and engineering design.
Which are the most stressful?
Probably geometry.
Do you play any sports?
Yes, absolutely.
Do they add any stress to a normal school day?
Yeah.
What grade are you in?
I'm a freshman.
What classes are you taking right now?
Drawing and painting, biology, algebraic foundations, humanities, and study hall.
Alright. Which of those are the most stressful?
Humanities.
What grade are you in?
Senior, 12th.
What classes are you taking?
Drafting, AP Calculus, AP Microeconomics, and Capstone.
Which are the most stressful out of all those?
Probably Capstone and AP Microeconomics.
Do you play any sports?
Yep.
Which ones?
I play football, basketball, and baseball.
What grade are you in?
10th sophomore.
So, what classes are you taking right now?
Drawing and painting, geometry, Spanish, and English too.
Which ones are the most stressful?
Geometry and English.
Do you play any sports?
Right now?
Or no, just throughout the school year. Or have you ever?
Yes.
Do they add any stress to a normal school day?
Yes.
You ever heard of binaural beats before?
Yes.
Yes, I have.
I have.
Yes.
I have, yeah.
Yes, I have.
No.
No.
I have not.
Binaural beats are a concept that not many people have come to realize actually works yet. The idea of being able to fall asleep or calm yourself down with sounds is something that all of us have done with music, but never with tones. The idea with binaural beats lies beneath the entrain effect, which means your brain follows the beats. So, for example, if we play a tone of 100 Hz in one ear and 110 Hz in the other ear, your brain can't tell the difference between the two, and it makes a third tone, which is the difference between the two. So your brain entrains to the 10 Hz, and 10 Hz naturally is sleep. Or extreme relaxation. This idea can also be brought to energize us or focus us just by changing that difference. So if you changed the frequencies to 100 Hz and 150 Hz, you could be energetic for a run or something similar. Or if you had frequencies of 100 and 130 Hz, you could be focused on your homework.
Have you ever used them?
Yeah, sometimes when I do my homework.
Do you believe that they work?
They helped me.
Okay, so just describe your experiences from the first binaural beat therapy session that I had you listen to, the sleeping one.
I found it to be extremely relaxing. It was really strange at first, but I got used to it. As I was laying in the bed, it felt as though it feels similar to right as you're falling asleep, where your mind's there but your whole body's relaxed and your muscles are relaxed enough that you're breathing very relaxed, and your heart isn't beating fast, it isn't beating too slow, it's just your whole body is in tune, and it's
All the stress from school is just lifted off.
sometimes the sleeping ones are really good, because if you're so used to going to sleep at 10, 11 because of homework, you have less homework this night, you want to go to bed earlier. However, your biological clock is telling you, no, you're going to go to bed around 11. You can take this at 8, you can use it at 8 and just mellow out and listen to it and fall asleep whenever you want there, wide awake. And you keep on, I don't know, going through the night just awake with your eyes open because you have so much energy until 11 when you're used to going to sleep, and then you fall asleep. Whereas this lets you manipulate that.
Well, I don't remember that much of it. I do remember falling asleep and then having body spasms, but in my head, and then getting out of my body and just watching myself sleep. And then when I woke up, it was the best feeling ever. I feel like I'd slept for so long. I'll go home some days just exhausted and don't want to do anything, and I know I have papers to write. I don't have Capstone, but I still have classes that don't help me out in my social life. And I'm pretty social, so it doesn't really help me out when I don't want to do work. So I'll go home, listen to binaural beats maybe once or twice a week, space out, get back into my work, and just be done within 2 hours, and everything's perfect.
No, that didn't happen. That didn't happen. Go away. Go away. Go away. Let me sleep. Dude. That was so messed up. That was crazy. Oh, man. Oh.
See monsters?
Dude, last thing I remember. What? Oh, it's nuts. Sea monsters? No. That was nuts.
What were you gonna say? The last thing you remember?
Last thing I remember is just thing sounds like a lawnmower. And then I just remember hearing it go, wow, wow, wow. And then, yeah, I don't know. I was thinking about so many weird things. Like I think I dreamt about so many weird things. Like I don't know, something to do with matches. I don't know why. Heavy duty tag in the middle of school, like running through campus. Like, yeah, I don't know. It was crazy, dude.
Nick, something happened to me, man.
What do you mean?
Like, I was watching myself sleep. Like, that's not a normal thing. I was like sitting over there, watching myself sleep.
Are you being serious?
100%. When it started slowing down, I walked over and crawled into bed.
That's good.
It's crazy. I don't know.
How do you feel now? Do you feel like groggy or anything?
I feel so rested. Like, I could feel like I could, like, go to school again.
Did it feel like a 25-minute thing or longer?
It felt like 10, like, it felt like 5 minutes.
You fell asleep, right?
I hope so. I was watching myself sleep. Well, all I know is I felt like I got up and went over there, but I didn't move from where I was sleeping. And I was looking at the bed and like a lump, which I'm guessing was me, unless someone else was here. But yeah, I most likely fell asleep.
What was the last thing you remember hearing?
Shh, 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 whoop, whoop. Like,
Were the tones high or low before you fell asleep?
really low. It was like.
Or were they slow or fast?
I think slow. Most likely slow because that makes more sense.
Does it feel like you took a nap?
Yeah, definite nap. Not like couple hours, just like half an hour nap. But like didn't feel like half an hour. You know what I mean?
What made you want to come up with the binaural beat idea?
I once saw a PBS documentary on a science show called Nova 2 years ago about theta and alpha meditation. Scientists hooked up with, I believe, Harvard graduates, and they did a neuro study. They did an EEG brain scan of people with normal brain wave levels, and then they would have them listen to theta and alpha tracks to attempt to bring their brainwaves down to get these people into a relaxed state of mind meditation. And I was fascinated by how easy it was to control the brainwaves of somebody with just two signals and separate headphones.
Beats, like, explain your first experience.
My first experience with binaural beat listening was about a year before the Capstone class started. After I saw the documentary, I did some research online, and I found a few binaural beat track CDs that you could buy from these meditation groups, and actually these few yoga fitness centers in St. Johnsbury use binaural beats to help aid their colleagues and their customers. So what I did was I went out and I got a binaural CD. The CD just had about 5 or 6 different tracks, about an hour long, of different levels and tones, different tones of different hertz levels, different frequencies, just to basically ease your mood and create a sleepy state of mind to help you sleep or help you meditate. And the more I listened to it and the more I practiced meditation, the more relaxed I could get my mind to be. If I had a stressful time with my studies or a stressful moment in my life, it was easier for me to overcome that using the binaural beats.
I was pretty surprised when 10 out of the 13 people that I gave the experiments to actually fell asleep. Like, I wasn't expecting that.
How long did it take for them to fall asleep?
Probably about 10 minutes.
That's about right.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I know that 2 or 3 of them were out snoring in that time, and they all felt like they fell asleep from hours instead of just 10 minutes.
Right.
Okay, so if you had the chance to come back to the academy and redo and actually do binaural beat experiments. Let's just use the sleeping ones as an example.
Okay.
How would you go about conducting these experiments?
I'd probably follow my guide I made for the academy for my capstone project. I had to make a guide on how to make a really good environment for binaural beats. Well, one thing to add, I guess, would be, let's see. I mean, when you listen to binaural beats and when you bring your brainwaves down, you can be right between theta and delta, which is deep sleep and dreamy sleep. And when you get to the point when you're about 15 minutes in to the test, or even 10 minutes in some cases, the brainwaves will be just perfect for lucid dreaming. And lucid dreaming is just like a REM dream when you're in that dreamy state of mind, but a lucid dream you have complete control over. A lot of people that I've tested talked about lucid dreaming being one of the main effects that they felt before they actually fell asleep.
Finally, why don't you go ahead and describe one of probably the most memorable experience for you with binaural beats?
My most memorable experience would probably be the time it came to test my dad. He had literally no idea about what binaural beats were, or what they could do. So I explained it to them. I explained it to my whole family actually, and my dad volunteered, and it was really interesting to see the doubt on his face. He really doubted it, and I let him lay down on the couch, and I got him comfortable, and we went through a sleeping test with a binaural beat track that started in alpha and went all the way down to delta, and then came back to alpha. And within 7-8 minutes, he started snoring, and it was middle of the day, which I did not expect. And it was quite shocking to see that somebody with a mindset of I don't believe this, could be subdued into sleep so easily.